What's up, gang? It's Deltia from Deltia's Gaming, back on my Khajiit kitty. The Specter. Wanted to show you some combat just after releasing the video, so you don't call me a big, fat, nasty, greasy, angry liar. Not that you would, though I have seen those comments before. Speaks with light. So I haven't even done this quest before, except I just turned VR1, so we'll see what we can't do. If you are in one of the later stages, this is Elden Hollow, you can use good old Fighter's Guild ability to get more, get some damage against undead targets. But I grinded this bastard, so I don't have that. So, YOLO. I did replace one ability on my bar. I'm using double take just for more speed, so I can run around faster instead of Sap Essence. But Sap Essence is better for building ultimate faster. And I'm using surprise attack just because it is kind of cool, single target damage. And it sounds so cool. I mean, dude, builds that sound cool are way better than builds that function well. Just kidding. Alright. So, most important thing here is to buff all the time. So, momentum. I am going to use double take just till the tank pulls here. So I start on my second bar always. The reason why is because this is a 30-second buff. So you want to do 30-second buff, so the buff that lasts the longest first, and then go to the buff that lasts the least long. Is that a thing? And here we go. Dropping a veil early. Then I'm going to try to angle myself so I can hit as many things as possible. I'm getting a lot of aggro, so I'm going to keep double take back up, hit rally for some extra damage. Try to get them spears for stam. Interrupt. And see, like this angle right here, you see how I can see about 6 people? That's where you want to position yourself to be. The buffs didn't go out. That's good. So try your best to use positioning. And then I switch to my two-handed bar. Remember, I'm going to reapply buffs before combat every time. So it's going to be just like this. 30-second buff, 25-second buff, bar swap, 20-second buff. Then combat. So we have someone that the game that needs an AFK. So I'm just going to go run around and jump. People ask, why do I jump? Because you can turn your camera faster. You know what? Screw it. I don't want to wait. But I am going to get stealth. Get in stealth if you're a kitty or a wood elf, because you will get more damage to start. Sorry, Annie, but I want to kill stuff. So we got guys here. So you're going to go your single target rotation if there's basically one person, but with only 2 people. You still just spam acid spray. Try to do a light attack in between. Remember, try to tag an enemy that's just about to die with Reaper's Mark to get that big buff. So we're going to do that here. Get in stealth. Okay, so like you see these little imps, they only have 14,000 hit points. So tapping them real quick with a Reaper's Mark will give us a nice buff to damage. That guy has 60,000, so the banking is really what I want to go after. I can angle myself well here. So I don't know what the tank's doing, but I'm going to go. So that banking dies right there. Boom, 5-second massive damage buff. Alright, so I'm going to tag another guy, remember? Boom. Tag him. Use a potion as I'm low on stamina. See, he dead. 5 more seconds of big damage. I'm going to tag this guy. I'm going to maneuver myself to get one of these spiders here. 5 seconds. Tag. See how I'm doing that? My buffs went down. No one told me. So at 25%, I'm going to go in with my two-hander and spam, spam, spam. Thank you, ma'am. Get in stealth. Stay on your buff bar. So I have available blades to start the fight. So I'm going to use that. You probably want Meteor, though, if you have access to it. Buff. Buff it up. So I'm going to jump in, and I don't know if the tank's going or not, but here we go. Fail. And with this build, remember, the further back you are, the more damage you do. So I do have 2 of those passives now. So you want to go clear in the back here. Use a potion. Use an ideal time to use a potion after an ultimate. Why? Because I'm hitting the wrong target. Because you'll get 12%, 12 ultimate real quick. I can't hit those guys. There we go. That was the wrong button. Don't ambush in, because guess what? You just wasted a lot of DPS. But peel back. Go as far as you can go back until you see that poison injection can't hit. That's it. And then at 25%, YOLO in and finish. Killer's Blade. That's it. Not very smooth, but effective enough. And if you can, make sure to use the fighter skill ability. So as a Nightblade, where is it at? It's a Nightblade here. The third fighter skill ability, you're going to want to take Camo Hunter. Evil Hunter is really good for stamina, but Camo Hunter will be awesome. Since it does apply in stealth, you do more damage. I'm going to tag this guy because he's running low. Let's see. That guy's running low. Tag. Boom. 5%. 25%, excuse me. That guy's low. Tag. But I didn't buff. Didn't buff. Bad Delta. And then you can fall off here on the side. Not die. And there's a, you know what? Heavy sack. Alright, so do some thinking here. So I have these two guys. I have tons of mobs. Where can I position myself to hit them all in a straight line? That's your goal as a Nightblade using bow. Because it's not going to do, you're not going to get in there with a circle. You're going to angle yourself. Angle, angle, angle. So I'm going to veil here. Tag that bank in, because remember, it's low health. Then scroll that mouse wheel back. So I'm hitting 3 people right now. Now I'm going to tag the other bank in. See, I've positioned myself right here. That's about, what, 5? That guy in the back's about to die. Tag. Tag. That Bankin's about to die. Tag. Potion. My buffs are still up, so I'm good. And momentum's down. Bar swap. Relentless focus back up. And tag. So easy. And this build is pretty gear dependent on doing more poison damage. Heavy sack. Woot. So once it goes later, it'll be way, way better. More X on Hawkeye. It's super expensive, but it's worth it. So we're going to tag this guy and then try to get a snipe hit on him right away. And put another poison arrow on him. And get my buff damage. There we go. I'm doing pretty good on resources. Constantly rebuff. If you're not in fight, just rebuff. Get in the habit of it. Because even then, I'm still not buffing enough. So go really far back. I can still use Poison Arrow. So I'm going to go as far back as I can until I cannot use Poison Arrow anymore. Get a Relentless Focus proc. See how this far back? Remember, more damage the further back you get. At 25% now, I'm going to YOLO in, and bam, Killer's Blade. Now I'm holding block just in case, just so I don't get murked. Dead, dead, dead. As you can see, the Nightblade stamina-based DPS, like the animations look so badass. It's just fun. If you haven't played Stam Nightblade, it's a great time. No, stamina's not going to be terrible after the update. No, magic's not going to be terrible after the update. Basically, the same thing works. If you want a cool magic build that does a lot of damage, you can. If you want a tanky stamina build, you can still have it. So basically, everything else still applies. Essentially, don't panic. If you like your build, it'll still work in the new update. Some work a little bit better, some not so much. But nothing to panic about. That Trap Beast, though. You're going to see people using Trap Beast now. Yep. Trap Beast, critical bonus. What? Never saw that coming. So I got this chick tagged, but she's self-healing. Gabash. Okay, remember getting stealth and buff. You know more people are coming. Get your buffs up. Now I'm using that Devil Take as a buff because it's going to be basically the same as Camo Hunter. I'm going to probably replace that with Camo Hunter. This guy's getting hit by this guy, so I'm going to nuke this guy down. Got it tagged. It's tagged. Good. So usually some people have to, like, relog at this point. So our healer is going to relog, but otherwise we're going to get through. So let's try to do this without dying. And what would be good is to angle myself clear over here. See this? So I can hit way more targets. So buff. I'm going to try to snipe one down real quick. Then here I'm hitting 4 enemies, 5. So tap, tag, dead. Tag, dead. And then drop a veil right here. Potion, remember, just use the ulti. Why not use a potion? Get those 12 ultis. Buffs are down, reapply real quick, even though the boss is pretty low. And I'm watching their health, It's getting close to that 25. Put that poison lethal arrow on there. And then, boom, Deathstroke if you do have enough ultimate, because it does give you some more damage for the finisher. I mean, isn't that fun, dude? Isn't that animation fun with the Killer's Blade? Like, brrr. Alright, people get freaked out about this. It's not that hard. We do have Lethal Arrow and we have Deathstroke. So those are 2 healing debuffs. So this boss will try to get its little ads to self-heal for it. Don't panic. And you can bash the things or do interrupt. This is the hard mode thing. Positioning is key. Not panicking, freaking out. If you are a vampire or something, you can use another ability, light armor ability, to take some away the damage, but not that big of a deal. Get my buffs up. I'm going to tab target him. So try to get a stealth sniped off first, then get a poison injection up, and then you're just rotating. Watching buffs. Every 10 seconds you're going to get poison injection back on. And that's it. Relentless focus proc. I fail off like a noob missile. That is probably the worst video you could possibly do. Distance, but not at the expense of falling off. Okay, let's try this again. I blame the crack. Couldn't be me just being stupid. Yeah, maybe it could be. No big deal. Let's do it again. Try to get that stealth snipe off first. Poison injection. Then I'm light attack weaving here. Light attack weaving did get a buff, so that's nice. And then poison injection needs to go back up. I'm positioning myself like stupid proof so I can't screw it up. Block during this part. Even if you have an interrupt to snipe weave. Still got 6 seconds on rally. So as a DPS here, all I'm doing is monitoring buffs. Monitoring and reapplying. I do have Veil up, so I'm going to drop it. And I'm going to back off here. Those beams will heal the boss. All you have to do is bash it. 1 time. Block. When he does that, it just resets the encounter, essentially, getting rid of all the crazy dudes. So if you have enough DPS, you really don't have to worry about it. I'm going to use a potion here, so another dude spawned, so just bash him. You notice he's at 20%. Block. Execute time, so I'm going to go in. Now I have 100 ultimate, so I'm going to use Deathstroke. That gives me a major damage buff for a few seconds. I'm going to bash this guy, just so it's really easy to execute him. 2 fire dots, not so good. Bash. And dead. So that was a really good run, besides my absolute noob missile falling off the ledge. So, lesson from this. Don't be a dumb butt. Fall off the ledge like me. Don't. Noob missile. Thanks for watching. More dungeon diving to come. VR1 Khajiit hype!